Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of TarotCelebriTEA with y'all boy Ducky. Today we're going to be doing an updated reading on Jun Ho and Lee Se-young. We're just gonna see what is their current energy like, an updated current an updated current energy, and also whoever requested this video wants me to see if I can tell whether they are going to work together or not again. So yeah, remember to keep in mind that these videos are for entertainment purposes. And why is that? That is because we do not have Jun Ho, nor do we have Lee Se-young here to confirm nor deny that what I'm seeing in the cards and how I'm interpreting the cards is resonating with them or is not resonating with them. So just remember to take these videos and what I say with a grain of salt. And don't come for me. Be kind, because that's what I try and strive for here. We try and respect and be kind to everyone and one another. And I'm a Gemini, so if your comment comes a little bit sideways or a little crazy, I might dish back whatever kind of energy you're giving me. But I'll try my best to be patient, because we're over here, we're all works in progress, and I need to work on my patience. So maybe I'll be kind. I don't know. Anyway, let's get ready for this updated reading on Jun Ho and Lee Se-young. So let's just start with their combined updated energy. Wow, beautiful start already. We got the Wheel of Fortune. Some good luck, good events going on between the two of them. They're just in a good spot immediately is what I'm seeing. Then we got the Ace of Wands in reverse. So for those of you that are like, I don't know, like, is there like a romantic connection here? I don't really see it. Especially with this Ace of Wands showing up in reverse, there's not a lot of fire here, a lot of passion. And then we got the Hermit in reverse. Interesting. So there's like a little bit of a rebellious energy to them. I guess with their combined energy is that I'm getting the sense that like things are just going very well for them. They got a lot of great events going on, a lot of success, and because there's a lot of success, they're kind of rebelling a little bit. Maybe they're doing whatever they want to do. So combined, or yeah, together, they're just kind of just rebelling a little bit. Maybe not really working or thinking about working, because the Ace of Wands normally talks about beginning of like a business or a passion or an ambition and stuff like that. But when this card comes in reverse, I feel like their combined energy is that like they got a lot of great things going on for them already. So maybe they're not really focusing too much on starting new things, beginning new projects, or like new relationships or anything new. Any kind of new ambitions, they're not really interested in that. They're kind of doing whatever they want to do with this Hermit in reverse. They're kind of rebelling. But also, in the sense, also the Hermit in reverse can talk about being a little bit too sheltered, a little bit too closed off. So maybe they could be rebelling in regards to like they're not really doing anything. Maybe they're just chilling at home and relaxing and resting, or they're just not really taking the advice of other people, that what other people have to say. And I think it's just because again, this like Wheel of Fortune came out first. There's a lot of great success, great events, great people in their lives right now, and they don't really feel like they gotta work right now or try or do new things. That's just what I'm seeing. All right, so let's see Jun Ho. When Jun Ho thinks of Lee Se-young, what comes to his mind? How does he feel? We got the Three of Cups in reverse. And then we got the Empress. Ooh. There's some overindulgence that he is feeling or thinking. When he thinks of Lee Se-young, we got, look at this. The third card of the major arcana, the Empress with the Three of Cups in reverse. You know, Three of Cups is all about celebrating, having a good time, partying, you know, get-togethers. But when this card comes in reverse, which it did, there's an overindulgence here. Um, and then, especially with this Empress card showing up in reverse, Empress is all about being like nurturing, comforting, fertile, abundant. When it comes in reverse, there can be like a lack of abundance or feeling like maybe there was a missed opportunity here, or maybe they did so much that maybe there's not much to go from here. So, yeah, when Jun Ho thinks of Lisa Young, he thinks of like maybe like, oh wow, we partied a little bit too hard, or we like did a lot of things together, and maybe there's not a lot much more to do. Is just what I'm getting, and it's making sense with this Ace of Wands coming up in reverse as well. That there's not a lot of new things going on between their combined energy, and I feel like maybe it's because they did a lot of things already. I don't know if it's really my place to like go into like the romantic passionate sexual route, but like that also can be it too, but I don't really want to go into that. I'd rather go into like they just did a lot of things. Maybe there was a lot of things that they did. There was a lot an overindulgence. It's kind of like, you know, whenever you do a lot of partying when you're young, and then I'm just speaking from my own experience. It's like you party a lot when you're young, and then when you get older, you're like, oh well, I already did a lot of that, so like I'm okay now. That's kind of how Jun Ho is feeling when he thinks of Lisa Young. He thinks that like maybe they just did a lot of things together, maybe overindulged quite a bit, and now he's pretty good. He's just like, well, maybe there isn't much left here. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing now. When Lisa Young thinks of Jun Ho, what comes to her mind? What does she feel? What is she feeling? We got the Strength card. Oh, that's beautiful. And we got the Moon. Ooh, wow. Two major arcana cards. 3 out of the 4 cards down here in this row are major arcana. So they really do care about one another, or like they've helped each other out a lot. And it shows a lot more in Lisa Young's cards with the Strength and the Moon showing up here. When she thinks of Jun Ho, she thinks of strength. Maybe it could be that like he helped her feel stronger and empowered. Um, or she just feels strongly about him, you know, like there's a strong connection here. And with the Moon here, there's a lot more than meets the eye. There's a lot of deep feelings here. Maybe they would spend a lot of time together, like late at night, just like talking and getting to know one another in regards to like deep feelings, what's really like troubling or what's really in one another's heart. Um, so there is a deep connection here that she feels and thinks of when she thinks of Jun Ho. So that's just what I'm seeing. Yeah, there's that strength. She just gets this sense of empowerment whenever she thinks of Jun Ho. She feels strong. So I'm getting the sense that like maybe he really did help her get in tune with her own inner strength, find her own power. And it's probably through like these late at night conversations that they had, maybe gazing up at the moon and just, you know, having those really heartfelt conversations. So I'm just gonna like pull a card representing like, you know, is there any possibility of them working together in the near future? We got the Queen of Wands in reverse, which I already was thinking with this Ace of Wands in reverse. I don't really think there's a lot of opportunity for them. And the card at the bottom of the deck, we got the Eight of Swords in reverse. So there's a sense of like freedom here. With this Queen of Wands in reverse, you know, this is a very artistic queen. She's the most like whenever I was studying tarot, like the meanings of tarot before putting in my own intuition and thoughts on it, the Queen of Wands is the creative queen because Wands represents, fire, your ambition, right? Um, but when this card comes in reverse in regards to the question of are Lee Jun Ho and Lee Se Young going to get back together like for a project? I don't really see that happening. There's not a lot of creative energy here, or there's not a lot of desire, creative desire, for the both of them with this Ace of Wands that showed up in reverse. So I don't really feel like the two of them are really in a place right now where they're really considering it at all. They're just being free. The Eight of Swords is all about feeling restricted, right? So but because this came out in reverse, there's like these restrictions are being lifted. There's a freedom here. So I don't really feel, and I'm not really getting in the sense with the way that the cards showed up, that there's much of a possibility for them to really collaborate, work on a project together, work on anything like creative together, because there's just a lot of freedom that's going on here and not a lot of like creative desire or ambitions to really want to work on anything creative. And again, that's just because of that Wheel of Fortune showing up as their combined energy. They're in a really good spot right now and they're just kind of like enjoying life, maybe keeping to themselves, doing their own thing, regardless of like the advice people are giving them. But speaking of, ignoring advice people giving them, let's just give them some advice because, here in the Ducky channel, we like to end things with just giving them advice to maybe or to some problems or some situations that's going between them. So let's do that. Um, but yeah, they're in a really good spot. All right, let's just give some advice for Lee Jun Ho and Lee Se Young. Some combined advice for them. We got the Magician in reverse. We got the Star, ooh, in reverse. They gotta be careful of like manipulating or being manipulated. I'll get into it. Ooh, all reversals as advice cards, huh? Oh, oh, this card, there's a little bit of nudity in this card. Ziggurat of Ur. So this is a southern card. There's some healing that needs to be involved here. I'm gonna try and block this nudity that's going on here. Okay, let me put this here. Yeah. Okay. So Ziggurat of Ur. It's a southern card. I always have a hard time reading this oracle deck. It's the first card of the southern cards. Sexuality. Ooh. Ooh. As an advice card. Oh, I see here. The advice for them is to beware of like being tempted, because maybe there's some like sexual drive going on between, in each of their independent lives and whatnot. I don't really want to go into like the realm of like talking about them as like a couple or anything, but there's a lot of like there's some sexual urges here between the two of them. Well, I didn't think this reading was gonna go there, but it's going there. But sometimes whenever you're feeling a certain kind of, freaky deaky kind of way, you make decisions that are not the best for you, and sometimes you end up being with people that are not great. They're a little manipulative, but you're just spending time with them because you want to have your fun. You want to have your little sexual pleasure indulged. So the advice I'm seeing here for the two of them is to beware of maybe manipulating other people or being manipulated by others to kind of indulge on sexual things, because that's just going to kind of cause them to go in a little downward spiral and get a little bit pessimistic in regards to the motives of other people, and it can really cause them to get unhappy with this 10 of Cups in reverse. 10 of Cups normally is all about feeling absolute emotional joy, but when it comes in reverse, that absolute emotional joy is just depleted, and there's just a lot of negative feelings towards like anything and everything. So that's what they got to be careful of, is just being careful to not manipulate or be manipulated by others, and when it comes to like sexual things, um just because they want to have a little bit of a fix, they want their little craving to be indulged. But then after, they have that little fix, they're probably going to end up feeling pretty bad about themselves, especially like in regards to like, oh, maybe like I shouldn't have done that with this person. I should have just not done it at all. That's just kind of what I'm seeing here. So they just need to be careful of that. There's a little bit of sexual energy going on in their lives. Um, and again, I don't want to like talk about like their lives together, but just like independently, their lives, there's just some like sexuality, sexual energy going on, and they just need to be a little bit careful of maybe whom they're sharing their sexual energy with, because some people can be manipulative, and they also got to be aware of manipulating others in order to get that sexual drive, that sexual pleasure going on. So yep, that's all I'm really seeing. I didn't think that the video was gonna end that way, but it is. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, or a thumbs down if you did not like the video. Remember to take care of yourselves mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and sexually. Love and respect yourselves and others, and as always, stay hydrated. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.